Meg got into her life and has persuaded and convinced Casey that she was sick and that she was dying, and there was nothing wrong with her. And we didn't know that until after she passed.
Tonight, a Utah nurse is behind bars, accused of carrying out a years-long murder plot. Driven by greed for life insurance money, the woman allegedly killed her old roommate.
Yeah, and that roommate, a Santaquin nurse, was just arrested yesterday after a 7-month-long investigation. New at 10, News Specialist Garna Mejia hearing from the victim's friends and family. Garna, what they have to say?
Yeah, they are understandably devastated and trying to process all of this. Now, detectives in Highland suspect that this was premeditated. They found dozens of text messages from the suspect, Megan Sunwall, discussing how much insulin was needed to kill the victim, Casey Terry.
Being there for each other. We have loved each other dearly.
After nearly 20 years of friendship, Nico Anderson was heartbroken last August when her 38-year-old friend Casey Terry passed away.
So it was a very painful, very trying time for the whole family.
Almost from the start, Casey's family and friends knew something wasn't right.
There was an investigation about how she died and what happened.
Casey's uncle found her unconscious in her bedroom, but Casey wasn't alone. According to a search warrant, Casey's old roommate, Megan Randall Sundwall, and Megan's parents were standing over her. When the uncle went to call 911, the parents started to argue, telling him that Casey didn't want to go to the hospital and, quote, wants to go. According to a probable cause statement, paramedics also found a diabetic needle, even though Casey was not a diabetic. At the hospital, Casey's blood sugar level was just 14, far below normal. But things only got stranger. For years, Casey told her family that she had terminal cancer, but doctors found no trace of the illness in her system.
We were all blown away that she didn't have cancer, that she didn't have leukemia.
Then there were the concerns Casey's family had about Megan, who was a registered nurse, and her interest in a rumored $1.5 million life insurance policy. Detectives zeroed in on Megan and discovered more than 28,000 text messages starting in 2019, with Megan offering to help Casey die, and how Megan's money problems would be solved by Casey dying and Megan receiving the life insurance payout.
Meg got into her life and has persuaded and convinced Casey that she was sick and that she was dying, and there was nothing wrong with her.
Well, and tonight, Casey Terry's cause of death, we're also learning, was an overdose of promethazine, insulin, and other drugs. Tonight, I also spoke with Casey Terry's sister, who tells me that she's not ready to speak publicly yet, but she did want to emphasize that Casey never had an insurance policy, and the suspect knew this. I also received a statement from Intermountain Healthcare. They say that Megan Sundwall is not an employee and has not been employed with them for more than a year. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, tough story. Allegations are awful. All right. Thank you, Garna.